The school year has started for many. If you need an academic planner and you have not found one yet, here are some that you can get very quickly from Amazon. It is early September. A lot of school supplies have flown off the shelves, which is crazy. Like, it is back to school in the South. We are getting ready to start our 4th week of school already, which is insane. So a lot of stores still have some school supplies, some planners, but a lot are just sort of gone, unavailable. So if you need something and you need something quick, here are a few of my favorites. I have to start right away with Ecolo. There's like not a video where I don't talk about Ecolo because of the history I have with Ecolo. You may remember a long time ago, I mentioned getting an Ecolo planner on clearance. I think it was 2018 at TJ Maxx, and I just have always been like, love this planner. You have different cover options. I see 5 here. I feel like they kind of come and go depending on what's available, and it's a really good price point, $20, right? So it is a very thin planner in terms of it's easy to take with you. It's going to be flat. It doesn't have large coils. It's about an 8x10 planner, and it's simple. Sometimes the planners have so much going on. If you look here, you have just like really nice 2025, 2026 year to glance. You saw that little bookmark it's got here, which is really helpful since it doesn't have tabs. It's the only downfall. That's okay though. The monthly is also really nice because you can see here you have lots of space to write. I like when the months don't have lines on it because I feel like it's a little distracting and it makes the monthly overview quite overwhelming. And then this weekly I just love. I love that you have the days on one side and you do have the holidays, and then on the right side you get notes, to-dos, reminders, goals of the week, depending on which one of these planners you get. Sometimes instead of reminders, there's a habit tracker, so that's nice. Definitely check that out if you're interested. And then there are notes pages in the back. So you can see here in this picture, this is like pretty much what it looks like. It is flat, it is easy to take with you. And I don't want to say indestructible. It's not like a type of planner where it's got the gold corners and everything like that, but it really holds up. It's very sturdy. So 10 of 10 recommend an Ecolo planner. They're usually in that $20 price point, which is really reasonable for something you're going to use all year. The next is another one that I've talked about before. It is the Simplified Planner. Now you can go directly to Emily Lay's website and get like a really nice high quality. The paper even smells good. I always talk about Emily Lay's paper quality. But if you want something, again, quick and at a little bit of a lower price point, this is about $20, 2025, 2026 at a glance Emily Lay. So you've got her traditional striped cover, which she's been making for years now. And I like how simple the layout is. So you've got a weekly and you get all of the same size blocks except Saturday and Sunday each have a smaller block. For those weekly days, you've got My Day on the left and then To Do on the right, which is, nice to have that separate in case you want to have events and lists, or you want to have to-dos and errands, or however you want to break it up. And I love that you get those beautiful tabbed colors. I just think that they look so nice. You also have a very simple month with a to-do column on the left, and you get stickers in the back along with the 2025-2026 holidays and the bucket list. So this is really helpful. It is a smaller planner. It is 5.5 by 8.5, but sometimes you need a smaller planner depending on your use for them. So I always recommend, and I also have seen this one in stores and it's really nice quality too. This next academic planner, Focus and Productivity, it says on top. We'll have to click through this. This one says that it is undated. So I want to give a warning because I personally am not the biggest fan of undated planners, but some people do like them, and then you can kind of start and stop, start as soon as you get it, pick and choose when you're going to use it. So it does take time to set up. It's kind of like if you want something a little bit more structured than a bullet journal. You're not ready for that level of structuring and setting things up yourself, but you don't want something as structured as maybe a planner that already has dates in it. This could be a good option for you. So this comes in several different color options: light green and olive green, pink, orange. There's so many different colors to choose from. You've got a dark blue, light blue, just so many different choices. So that's really nice, and around $23. So when you look at this, again, Monday through Friday are the same size. Saturday and Sunday are smaller. You just get a little open box for that. All right, so for this planner, it comes with a yearly calendar, a monthly. You get the month overview with a habit tracker, and you get the weekly. Now you see here, you have to write in all of the dates. You have to write in the week of, you have to write in the months and the days of the months in these little blocks right here, which is fine. So just something to keep in mind, but it is nice. It looks like you've got ample space to write. You have 216 pages. It's hardcover, which is nice, and it comes with one of those bookmarks. So even though it's not tabbed, you can find what you're looking for. I do really like this weekly layout where you've got open space on the left side and then the check marks on the right, so you can make your to-do to-do list that way, and it just looks really nice and organized. It's got a lot of good reviews. Next up is this blue sky. I, of course, absolutely love anything with a fruit cover. If it's not floral, I love fruit. And this is a little different than the others in that it is just a monthly planner. Okay, so I said traditionally I do not like lines on a monthly because I think it's distracting. However, here the lines are significantly smaller, which is nice. I like that because then it doesn't look like it's overpowering. If the lines are the same color, it just looks like it's just a big line, pages with numbers and everything. So it looks like too much. So I like this because it's more subtle. You get Sunday to Saturday, you get a notes and to-dos on the left, and then down below you get the month before and the month after. You get those little reference calendars. So I really like this. You also get the day designer extras here with the goal setting and some of those other activities it gives in the beginning, which is really nice. But this is 2025 through 2027, July of 25 through June of 27. So it's 2 years of planning. And you'll see here that it's got rings in it. So if you have a binder, you can just snap this into the front and you can see how thin it is. It is a 2-year planner and it just started. So you have the next 2 years to use it, which is really nice. If you are not looking for a weekly and you just need something monthly, I highly recommend this. I have seen this before and it is really nice. Next up is this Moleskin. I haven't talked about Moleskin in quite a while, and I feel like some people really like Moleskin, and for other people, they're like, it doesn't have enough bells and whistles, it's too simple for me. So I think it just comes down to personal preference. So this one is a 5 by 8.25. So I feel like it's called large here, but I feel like that tends to be like a little bit on the smaller side, and it's just pretty simple. So the first thing to note is that when you're looking at the monthly, it looks a little different than some of the other monthlies we've looked at. First of all, it starts on Monday instead of a Sunday. So it runs Monday to Sunday, and the numbers are in the middle of the block instead of the top right, which just looks, it's not what I'm used to. If you are a Moleskin lover, that might be fine, but it just looks a little different. What's helpful is it tells you what week of the year it is. It shows you the different phases of the moon, which I always like, and the monthly comes with a notes box at the bottom. So that is helpful, along with, you can see here, it's got a little bookmark, so you always know where you are. The weekly overview, I do love this weekly. Again, it kind of reminds me of the Ecolo in that you have Monday through Sunday on one side and just an open note page on the other. I don't like when planners, it depends on your style, but for me personally, I don't like when you just have Monday to Sunday and there's no like note page, to do column, any of that. So I really like this overview. It also comes with a little sticker pouch in the back, just like a mini folder. And then here, yeah, you can kind of get a better idea. This is, again, a large, but it seems on the smaller side, and this is their size guide right here. So if you are a Moleskin fan, definitely check this one out. It's on the smaller side, but it's a really nice planner. Next up, this pink and gold one is so pretty, though I will say they also have purple marble, teal marble, lots of different color options available. What I like about this is a bigger planner. I've showed you several small because I like to be fair. Not everybody likes a huge planner like me, but I really think that this size is nice, especially if you have a lot of things to jot down. I like the gold corners because when you take it with you, it won't get bent. Not to say that planners without gold corners are a problem, but I feel like these really hang in there well. All right, so you open it up, you see the monthly first. Like I mentioned, there are some tabs, which is really nice. You've got the monthly overview with the little mini at a glance months at the bottom, a notes column, and I do feel like the lines on here are okay. As I said in the last one, I don't like to have a ton of lines everywhere. This person's got a busy schedule here, this little demo one, but there's plenty of space to write. And then this is what the weekly looks like. So you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the left, Thursday, Friday on the right, along with Saturday or Sunday, which is a smaller box. And then you've got holidays in the back, a space for notes, contacts, and a yearly overview. So this one is nice. And like I said, an 8.5 by 11, it is definitely going to be a bigger one, but I think that that's really nice because sometimes you need a little bit more space, and this one also has really good reviews. All right, so moving on to this planner, you have, again, it comes in several different colors: black, blue, green, pink, purple, and you get some different size options as well. It comes in an 8 by 6, which is smaller, or an 8.5 by 11, which is a little bit bigger. I, again, always tend to lean towards the larger planners just because I like to have plenty of space to write. And just looking inside at some of the features, it's a really nice planner. So the first thing I want to talk about is the weekly overview. I love this. In addition to having Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the left, Thursday, Friday with smaller boxes for Saturday, Sunday on the right, you have a really nice little shaded note column, which I think is helpful because, again, I don't like to have a weekly without some space for notes, and there's additional space up here at the top. You can also see it says there is a timetable spread, it's got the tabs, the 3-year overview, so I do like that at a glance for long-term planning, so you definitely get some extras there, and it's just a really nice size. As I've said before, you can see how much bigger the 8.5 by 11 is than right here the 8 by 6. However, if that is something that is a deal breaker for you, you can always get the smaller one because it looks like it is the same layout. The last thing that I'll touch on is this monthly overview. So you get a Sunday to Saturday calendar, lots of space to write and extra space in this shaded column on the left. So you really have some extra space there. Along with each month, you've got the monthly goals section. So I really like that because you've got the goals that you want, you've got a to-do section. So if you need something that goes more in the monthly space rather than the weekly, you have that. So this is one that feels like it's got extras and bells and whistles, but not too many to be overwhelming. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Here were 7 planners. I'll drop links below, but if you have found the perfect academic planner that I did not mention, let me know, because I always love when you mention ones that I haven't seen so I can search them and see if there's something that maybe I need in my life for my own organization. So anyway, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.